Welcome back, brothers and sisters of Christ. My name is Brianna and I'm back with another video. And for today's video is every message won't be for you. So every message is not going to be for you. You know, you may agree or resonate with some things, you know, I say or anyone else say, but not all things. And that's okay, because it's not meant for you. It may not just be meant for you that time. Maybe it's meant for somebody else. We have to understand that there are so many people in the world on this journey and have experienced different things. The things people experience and felt or feel won't always be the same as your experience or feelings. But that doesn't mean that it's not helpful to others, you know. It may not be beneficial to you, but it was beneficial to someone else. Just because it's not edifying to you doesn't mean that it's not edifying to someone else. It just wasn't for you this time. You know, that's why I don't post to please people. I post what God puts on my heart, because he knows exactly who needs to hear it. He knows that someone needs to hear it. You know, you will have people be like, you know, I didn't like that message, or I don't agree with that message. But there is someone who did. There was someone who needed to hear just that. There was someone who was encouraged. And I feel like oftentimes we all, you know, we seek messages for ourselves. We seek for self, but we don't think to realize, like, oh, this may not be for me. You know, we just looking like, I don't know, I'm sad-eyed because it wasn't for me. You know what I mean? It won't always speak to your situation, but it's speaking to someone else's situation. You know, sometimes people think because they don't agree and that is wrong or is not from God, but in reality, it just wasn't for you. Just know it's for somebody. And that's why at the end of my videos, I always say, if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Because like I said, it's so many people in the world. And you know what I mean? Like, there's somebody that needed to hear that message. There's somebody that resonated with that message. You know what I mean? So if it's not for you, it's for somebody else. Another thing is, we can't assume and claim every message we hear or see. You know, just because we want this message to be for us, you know, it sounds good, the message still may not be for us. So if you're waiting on something, and it sounds like something is speaking to your situation, now you're having false hope because the video actually wasn't for you. You know, for an example, I would see a message and be like, oh, you know, this got to be on for me. This is spot on. But now I'm waiting for something that's not going to happen, because in reality, the message was not for me. So this creates false hope. You know, although God uses his people to speak to us, no doubt about that. But we still need to speak to the Lord for confirmation and not believe every person in video we see just because it's something we want to hear, or if it's something we don't want to hear. We like discrediting the person. People are quick to discredit just because it doesn't align with their situation, and it may just not be for you. And people are quick to claim something that may not be for them. You know, now it's false hope. So, you know, I bring everything to God. You know, even if it is like, this definitely sounds like something for me, we still need to bring it to God in confirmation, no matter who it is, because it just may not be for you. And you don't even want to put yourself through the stress of thinking it is and false hope. So make sure you get that confirmation from God. And again, if this word is not for you, it's for somebody else. Remember, I'm telling y'all this because I love y'all. God bless.